black woman to our own for a Mario. Oh, when I pray, when I put my soul in you. I don't know the damn man I pray. I know to my good Silver. Oh, wait, this Mario. You know, point me, no, man, I know. Oh, you point on the when you would know it true. About the dinner, good, no, man, I pray. I know a point on the sing all the boys. Sing all the boys who are away. Sing all the boys. When I put my soul in you, I don't know if the damn I pray. Tomato, I don't know. Drop on Brassy, the one I'm paying, I'm you. My one dances on you. Oh, they don't want to know, they don't see you are green the red. There are my tenants that see your mind is there. My guys are my wears the green there. The one I'm paying, but I'm you. Come on, tomatoes, I don't know. Sing all the boys. Sing all the boys. Tomatoes, I don't know. Sing all the boys. Sing all the boys. They are tomatoes, I don't know. Sing all the boys. My kind of quite a question. Sing all the boys. Sing all the boys. Are you alive? I said, we were pumping you as you are here. Oh, my son, yes, I'm young. My cabra, my woman, for Gbarwee. Oh, it's Jim, wait, go see away. See another why you see that good. It's a why I son that you. Jim, yellow, I son that yellow. Jim to the round to where you're. I think a couple. Not a yard to boy. That way you did not know where would I tell you. I know Jim, I knew what I know. Yellow, I know that no clue. The lawyers who want it, that's all that. Can't hit France who want it. May I say, can't do my home. A pop at home. Make a neparo to it on their passable. Don't to lie out, plan to the home. A time of water. You boy people for the home. You put me on a market. A time of water. You bought so people for the home. This one got to come for a way up your. A time bought to the moon. You bought a people to win them all. A block like away. You could use a good I want to like away. I know the bottle like was away. Oh, it's you know, you more, you know, you keep me. I'm about to go to the when you quit. Sing all the sing all the they got your poet, they could be answering. Yes, I am in the yak in my front of me. You can't go up with the number. You put me on the follow when I follow away. Oh, it's they look everywhere, I don't know, they look when I'm yes, they are the secret, yes, I'm away. I know well, see what I did. Oh, it's when I walk up, woke up when I see what I did. They woke up, when I go in the bed. Think of your friends up when I know any. After years after, where's the green there? Sing all the bed, I can't help when I live. I want to do the level, how we need. See what yes, I do the level when there. Somebody put your back with us, who's doing good. Somebody will get the damn in. Sing all the bed, tomatoes, you will sing all the bed. Sing all the comment to our own for a Mario. Sing all the bed from my own. I live in Lucy, but me and hey, let's see the way I took up that from Ireland.
Okay. So once again, we love to say a very, very, very pleasant good evening to all of you. You might be in Campley, you might be in Zoge, you might be in Zogo with this evening. We want to say good evening to you in all there in that part of Nimba County. You might probably be in Senecola, Nimba County, where Josh Flomo from. say good evening to all of you there in Senecola, Nimba County. It might be in Sekimpa or maybe Blasino, wherever you find yourself this evening. Want to say good evening to you. Good evening to the people of Ganta. You might be in Bowie or probably Sokopa, wherever you find yourself in Ganta City, Nimba County. Everybody love to call it Gompa, Nimba County. Share this video. This is an important interaction today. This is an exclusive interview that will give room to the president of UNICCO. UNICCO is United Nimba Citizens Council President Samuel Gee. He will be tonight giving us all his agenda as it relates to the workings of UNICCO and his plan for Nimba County, citizens of Nimba. It might be in the health sector, it might be in education, it might be in the religious area, probably social activity, infrastructure, one and all. I want to say good evening to you. Good evening to the people of Secretary. You are in central Nimba County. I want to say good evening to all of you there. And thanks to the different radio managers who have allowed this broadcast to be on your different platforms. Good evening. We are getting very good reports that we are live on Radio Tapatan, on Voice of Tapatan. Thank you, Mr. Jacobs Bantu there in Tapatan. Your son from Nimba County is going to be on the stream shortly. Good evening to the people of Gray. Good evening to the people of Zule. You might be on Radio Voice of Yahweh Messina, where Patrick Wheeler is. We want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who have tuned in here. But keep sharing this live video. And today we're going to be here exclusively 1 straight hour with our ever-potent president. But before we do that, we have normally done this to have them usher in by way of music. So this is a music done by Noah. Let's take it from the top.
Are you lady record sweet song? I don't know what I mean. I know to my voice,
Okay, so because the business that we do is very, very expensive, we're going to bring on the president, but we're going to also bring on the project director. And today, we want to say good evening to all of you, wherever you find yourself tonight. Welcome to this all-important broadcast today. And the vice president is finding way to get on. So let's just acknowledge all of the radio stations that are on now. We have Radio Voice of Tapatan. It means this broadcast is live and beaming in Tapatan. Good evening to the people of Gbarwee and all of you listening to us there. This is Nimba D9 TV. And we are also on Radio Secretary in Nimba County. We also on Radio Can Voice of Peace. We also on Radio Kekema in Ganta. We also on Radio Voice of Tapatan. But we will give time to the person you see on the screen. He will introduce himself, say a little bit more, and then we will now usher in the president. Sir, it's all over to you.
Thank you, Edmund. Do you hear me better?
Very, very loud and clear. And you are live on all of the radio stations in Nimba.
Thank you very much, Edmund. Thank you for your service to the people of Nimba. We cannot ask for a better co-worker than you. You have done an extraordinary job for the people of Nimba, both in the diaspora and also in Liberia. So thank you for your service. You know, a little over a year ago, the President Don Dennis administration took us to a peaceful and successful election. And that election ushered in an amazing human being. the President, Honorable Sam Gee. By the way of introduction, I'm George Flomo, your current project director. Most of you are seeing me both in Liberia and in the diaspora in other UNICCO's activities. But before we proceed, we just want to acknowledge those who came before us. We want to acknowledge President Wonge. He served UNICCO with, he has an amazing track record within UNICCO. We also want to recognize Mr. Doki. Mr. Doki was an exceptional person who served the association, and he passed it on to our energetic, amazing president, the former president, President Don Dennis. Mr. Dennis took us and brought in more young people. On his shoulder today, we have a new leadership in UNICCO, and he gave us that platform to serve. It was under Don Dennis' administration that he actually encouraged a lot of young people to be part of UNICCO. So we want to say thank you for your service and to the people of Nimba, Mr. Don Dennis. When we went for election, Sam Gee has been an amazing person. He is a man who changed the entire UNICCO activities within Minnesota. He went Minnesota, he brought in new ideas, new vision, and today, UNICCO Minnesota is one of the most functional chapters within the association in Americas. So we couldn't ask for any other better president, or a man of impeccable character, a man of gold heart, just a man who has been there for everybody and united. So, Mr. President, on behalf of the people of Nimba, on behalf of the people in the diaspora, those who are watching, we want to say you are most heartily welcome to the show tonight. Go and do your thing. The people of Nimba are well proud of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much. So without much that we do, let us acknowledge those who have joined us tonight. It takes good people to put in their data in the tough economic situation we have in Liberia to want to listen to the president. We have to give them all due respect. And we want to begin with Christina J. Balie, T. Balie. She said, "What's up, guys? I'm following live from the nation's capital. I really want to appreciate Team UNICCO for the great job, the great concern shown me." We have Anthony Zerwigon, the former UNICCO country representative. He said, "I'm following you guys from Senecola City, Nimba County. We want to appreciate you." We have Melish Bro, our reporter, is following from Seklepi. We had Jacob B. Bantu. He said, "The broadcast is live on Voice of Tapita." We had James W. Matali. He said, "Relay on Radio Can Voice of Peace in Complex City, Nimba County, Liberia." Meaning, we are tonight live on Radio Can Voice of Peace. We have Maurice Baker Colas. He said, "Watching from Atlanta, Georgia, USA." We have Uriah God Jr. He said, "Thanks, boss. We are following." We have BK Nasser Dan. He said, "Happy weekend to all." Mr. President, with not much that we do, we're going to go over to you for your presentation to the people of Nimba County. They are glued to their radio stations all across the country and beyond. It's all over to you.
Hello, my Nimba people. I love you all. And thank you so much to everyone for everything you do for Nimba County, for making Nimba County a great county. I'm so proud of all of you for all the great job you always do. Like my PD regularly put it, we owe it to people that came before us, people that established this UNICCO organization that has been there for everyone, and all of our past leaders who have been, working earnestly, tirelessly to keep this organization alive. And I want to be grateful to my predecessor, Honorable Don Kabaya Dennis, who set the stage that we are in today. And also Mr. Doki and all of the past leaders who have been supporting UNICCO all along the way. All of our elders, our chiefs, and everyone who has been working pretty hard to make sure UNICCO is at its highest potential all of the time. So our people in Liberia, I want to say hello. Thank you all ever so much for all of the support you've been giving us, for taking the time to come on today to listen to us. We have a lot in store for our communities. We have a lot in store for Nimba County, but we can only get there if all of us can come together, hold hands, and work together. And that's the reason why we're here today. So we're here today to tell you our plans and tell you a little bit of what we have already done and how we all can hold hands together to make a better UNICCO or to make a better Nimba County. I'm not saying this to say UNICCO is not good. In every life situation, we're always striving for the best. Even the richest man on earth is always trying to get richer. So with our organization, we're in a good shape. We're doing very great, but we think we can do more, provided we can all come together and work together for the betterment of ourselves and the betterment of our loved ones and other people that count on us or depend on us. So tonight, we're not going to take a lot of your time. We're going to dive into our presentation, the main reason why we're here today.
Okay, so before we go to you, let us set the stage again. We continue to move on. We want to say good evening to you all who are in Gompa City. People love to call it Ganta. We love to call it Gompa City. This is a city that does not sleep. We want to say good evening to Honest Johnson. And this broadcast is being relayed on Radio Kekema 94.5 FM. So just in case you tune in to your radio tonight, we want to say welcome. This is a special edition of the program From the Top of Nimba. From the Top of Nimba is a 1-hour presentation of programming that has to do with politics, health, social activities, one and all. But today, we are playing host to His Excellency, President Sam Gee, President of the United Nimba Citizens Council. So he is here with us tonight to give us all his agenda, his leadership agenda, what they are going to do together, as you heard him earlier on. So just in case you tune your radio, this program is also live on Nimba D9 TV on Facebook, Nimba D9 TV on YouTube, Nimba D9 TV on Twitter, Nimba D9 TV on www.onenimbahouse.com. It's also live on Radio Can, Voice of Peace in Can, Play thanks to James Matari and his team. It's also live on radios on Nimba, thanks to Melvin Sua and his team. It's also live on Radio Kekema in Gompa City, thanks to Honest Johnson and his team. It's also live on Radio Secretary, thanks to Mr. Robert Matali and his team. It's also live on Radio Voice of Tapata in Tapata, thanks to Mr. Jacob Bantu and his team. It's also live on Radio Voice of Yahweh Mesnon in Zikepa, the proposed capital of Liberia. Now we'll go over to the president.
So, Edmund, I think you need to help me get the, let me know how I can get the PowerPoint up or the presentation up.
Okay, so well, except you send it to me.
I should send it to you. Okay, I'll do that right now.
Yes, so just send it to me. But while we are doing that, let's take a little bit of music from the bike, and then the president is going to make sure that we are there. So let's take this music for Noah and relax yourself tonight. Good evening, Nimba. We are wonderful people. We are wonderful together.
Are you Lady Records? Sweet sound. I don't know what they did. I know to my good Yahweh, this is Mario. You know, boy, me, no, I mean, I yo. Oh, you point the no, I know. When you will know it, about it, you know, good, no, I mean, I go. Oh, you can point the no, oh, it's oh, it's what away. Oh, it's when I put my soul in you. I don't know if the damn away. Tomatoes, I don't know. Papa, I see, Baba. The one I'm going to sit around you. My one dance about you. Oh, yes. They don't want to know, they don't see you are going to wear. There are my tenants with us, if your mind is there. Mama, yes, I'm a wears a thing there. The one I'm going to sit around you. Come on, tomatoes, I don't know. Sing all your boys. Sing all your boys. Tomatoes, I don't know. Sing all your boys. Sing all your boys. They are tomatoes, I don't know. Sing all your boys. My can't find your place. Sing all your boys. Don't go away, says it. Sing all your boys. Every come up, are you alive? I said, we were pumping you as you are you. Oh, it's my time, yes, I'm young. My Kabura, will not forget where ya. Oh, it's Jim, wait, go see away. See another why you see that you tell. It's why I saw that you. Yellow, I saw that yellow. Jim to the land of the way you're. I think a couple. Not a yard, boy. That way you did not know what I tell you.
So just in case you join us, we would like all of you, all of you, whatever you join us from. This is Nimba TV. It's a podcast of broadcast. United National President oh, yes. You know, you're more, you know, you make me, and I am. I'm about to come Sura, when you quit. Sing all your sing all your yes. They got you, I don't know, they could be my soon. Yes, I am, and they came up front of me. You can't go up your when I'm married. You put me on the follow when I follow for away. Oh, yes. They love your brother, no, they love when I'm yes, they are testing yes, my way. Oh, you well, see what oh, yes. Oh, they walk out your brother when I see what they will be when I go in the bed. Think of your brother when I go. Okay, so we'll drop the music. We want to drop the music. Thank you, citizens. We're going to drop the music, and then we're going to get involved with the main reason that we are here. So let's try to do this. Yes, so we are here, and yeah. Okay, so we're trying to do this tonight to making sure that we get what is on here for the president. So we're trying to do this, trying to do this. Let's see how it works tonight. The president is about to present to you all the Nimbians. If you are on the television, you will have the privilege to see the PowerPoint presentation. But be as it may, if you are also on the radio, you will have the means to listen to it on the radio. So except, let me cross-check and see whether we good on this. Probably not too good on that. So let's see what we're going to do here, and then we push it off from that. And let's see, Mr. President, is it possible just send me that to my WhatsApp real quick, please?
Send it to your
yes.
WhatsApp, okay.
Yes. So let me do this. Let me remove this one. But wherever you join us from, this is Nimba D9 TV, and we are coming to you live and direct on Nimba Dina TV and several community radio stations across Nimba County. So we are asking all of you to remain patient as you glue yourself to the radio station, to your various radios that the president
Okay,
can
let
present.
me send it from my
So,
desktop.
yes, so I think, yes, exactly. So we are still here and we are doing all that we can to be able to serve you tonight. But be as a babe, keep on, keep on doing the best that you can. Mr. President, I think we're good on this one. So wherever you are, my name is Edmund Gbarwee, and I want to say welcome to all of you who have joined on here tonight. You might be on the television, you might be listening to us by way of the radio, either on Radio Voice of Tapita, where uh, Mr. James Bantu is. You might be on Radio Kekema, where Honest Johnson is, or you might just be on Radio Nimba, where our man Melvin Sua is posted. But we are here and we are doing all that we can to bring you what is on here tonight for you. So just relax yourself and we're going to do it together as we have always done. The president is making sure, but we'll soon be there. We'll soon get this presentation. This is the beauty of technology, and we are doing all that we can to get it on. So I want to say thanks to all of you who continue to trust the system that we're working with. This is all that we have to do together, and we are very humble and happy to have you on here. So I think, Mr. President, we are all good from a look at things here. I believe we could be good. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
But
trying to
again,
send it to you from.
yeah. So we're gonna take a little bit of music from the bike so that you can have some good time, here tonight. But we are here and we are doing all that we can to have you all served as always. So we are getting the loader here. So we are getting the loader already. So I want to say good evening, good evening. The president is about to present to you all the buy-ins. We are having it loaded. So we just want to allow you to do what you think you can. But again, we want to say welcome to all of you. Thanks to all of the different community radio stations in Nimba. Good evening to you from District number 1, District number 2, District 3, District 4, District 5, District 6, District 7, District 8, District 9. You all are wonderful citizens. Mr. President will soon be there. Your presentation is loading here, and there's no need, Mr. President, that you send it to us anymore.
I think.
Yeah, we are almost there. We are loading. But while we are doing that presentation, probably, Mr. President, we can start to go on a little bit.
Can you take it from your email?
Yes.
No, from your email to your WhatsApp.
Yes. No, I'm almost done.
I have a new phone that doesn't have a PowerPoint on it. So when it comes to you, it will come in a PDF.
Oh yes. So
I think that's what the
look at
problem
things
is.
here is almost rolling, but there are some little issues. This is the beauty of technology. So that there are little glitches and all of that. But thanks to you, Mr. PD, the project director, Josh Flomo. He is a wonderful man. So let's see what is happening here. It's kind of like taking a little while, but so it's telling me that there are some issues that it cannot know as I've sent it. So it was almost done. But wherever you are listening to Radio Kekema, you are listening to Radio Voice of Yahweh Messina in Zikepa. You are listening to Radio Camp Voice of Peace in Campley, and wherever you are joining us from, we want to say welcome to all of you. It is important that we continue to serve our country. This is Nimba Dina TV. The building you look right behind me there is the upcoming UNICCO Women Empowerment Center. It's a 250,000 project that is ongoing right to Dumapa in Nimba County. So this is it, and we are trying again to load this tonight for the presentation to be loaded. So we are trying to do that. So just bear with us. We are almost there. So let's see how it goes. So I want to say welcome again to all of you. So do not go away from your radio. This is Nimba D9 TV. You can also join the live television and you can watch us live. My name is Edmund Gbarwee. I am your lead host here tonight. Thanks to all of the different community radio stations. And we've gone 27 minutes into our time here tonight. We are going up to 9 o'clock. So, Mr. President, it looks like it's giving us a little bit of the issues here. Is it possible? Okay. Just read it out.
All right. I think maybe I will just, just talk about it.
Then later on, we will have to have it posted on the platform and on our website. So let's give you the chance. Let's give you the chance to just
now. Do you guys see me? Do you hear me well?
Yes, we are hearing you perfectly well.
Okay.
Audio is good. Yeah.
All right, great. So the major reason we're here today is we want to make sure that everyone is on board with our agenda for 2022 to 2024. Okay, most of the time when we have meetings, because of people's schedules, we have maybe 30, to I would say 40 people that attend meetings. And just to be able to get our point across to everyone in the diaspora and also people in Liberia and also Nimbayans around the world that will be able to work with us, achieve our agenda, we decided to have this show tonight so that we can tell you a little bit of what we have for the community and how we all can work together to achieve our goals. So our primary purpose is to build a stronger and impactful community, a community that is going to have greater impact, a community that is going to be there for one another, a community that will reach its highest potential in a lot of our areas of needs. So our objective today, for this presentation is we want for Nimbayans to know more about UNICCO, because there's a lot of people out there that hear UNICCO, but they don't know a lot about UNICCO and how UNICCO works. So we want to make sure that Nimbayans understand our agenda for 2022 to 2024. And we know that when you know about agenda and understand our agenda, you will be able to work with us to achieve our goal. We want for you to find reasons to support our agenda, and we want for you to know how you can support our agenda, how you can get involved with the organization, and also that way we all can work together to make sure that UNICCO, is at its best so that we can be able to make difference in Nimba County and around the world. So how do we establish or how do we maintain an impactful community? So we need to improve interactions within our union. And that's one of the greatest pillar, or one of the pillars that we really want to achieve. So interactions, we cannot operate without knowing our organization, without knowing the purpose of the organization, the mission and vision. So we want to make sure that all of our members understand what our purpose is and what our mission and visions are. And we're going to be talking more about that when we launch our website tonight. So we want to improve interpersonal communications across the union. We want to make sure that whenever we have communication sent out there, everyone gets the communication, and people should know who they can call, who they can contact, who they can reach out to answer their questions, to alleviate their doubts and all that stuff. So we want to promote a fair and equal treatment across the union. So when we took over in Minnesota here as interim president to VAM the union, that's the chapter here in Minnesota to revamp it. Part of the some of the complaints that we got from people were certain people are treated more than the other, or certain people receive better treatment than other members. So we want to make sure that everyone is treated fair and equal across the union. And then we want to make sure we improve diversity and inclusion. So we want to promote diversity and inclusion. We have a lot of tribes in Nimba. We got, I think, 5 or more tribes in Nimba. We want to make sure everyone feels a part of the organization. We want to make sure that everyone is included in everything we do. We want to make sure that we're able to reach out to everyone, whether it be, Mana, Gio, Maningo, anyone that is a part of us. We want to make sure that when things happen to them, we reach out to them. We treat them the same way we would treat our brothers and sisters. We want to be transparent in everything we do. Our financial transparency is one of the things that we want to make our key goal. We want to make sure every financial dealings within UNICCO is transparent. We want to be accountable for our actions as leaders. So to make sure that we are transparent, we're going to be giving financial report quality, and we're going to be doing that annually as well. So we're going to make sure we take time to appreciate members and officials, past leaders who have gone extra miles for our organization. And this is a way of encouraging people to be a part of the union and continue to give, services to the organization. And we to improve interactions within our union, we also have built our website. So congratulations to the organization. Our website is up and running, and we're going to be launching it tonight. So the website is going to be the face of the organization. Anyone that wants to learn more about the organization can just go to the website and learn where you want to learn about the organization. And that's how other organizations or other philanthropic organizations and individuals out there will learn more about our organization and what we do, and will be able to support us in things that we want to do. So we also want to take membership serious. So we want to work to increase our membership, because currently we don't have a lot of folks that are really involved in the organization. So I would say when you look at the statistics about Liberians in the US, we have, over 250,000. The rate is around 250 to 500,000 Liberians in the US. So about, I would say maybe, let's say, if even 10% of the Liberians in the US, or less than 10%, were Nimbayans, when you calculate the amount of Nimbayans in the US should be thousands, all right? Maybe I would say 5,000 says too less, might be around 15,000 Nimbayans in the US. But how many of us are involved within the union? So that's something that we need to all be thinking about. So if we can even bring together 2,000 Nimbayans, I would say, let's say 1,000 Nimbayans that are really involved in the organization and paying their membership dues. So if 1,000 persons come together and pay their membership due of $100 a year, that's 100,000 coming to the organization. So we want to make membership recruitment a priority. So we've been working aggressively to make sure we have a lot of members that are involved, that are giving to the organization. And then we want to make sure we establish new chapters. So we have about 13 chapters that are registered or active, but among those 13 chapters, we still have chapters that are struggling, chapters that need help to be really, really functional. And there are other chapters that are established, but they're inactive. They're not doing anything. So part of our goal would be to revamp those chapters and get them active and operational. And then we add new chapters like Indiana. There's a chapter that just evolved there. We have other states that we're looking to establish new chapters, like California, not California, but there's a part of California that is far away from where they have the current chapter. So, and also there's another area in Kentucky that we're looking to have a chapter there as well. So besides getting new chapters within the union, there are other chapters that are broke away. So the chapters that left the union because they had dissatisfaction with the leadership at the national level, they have issues. So we want to make sure we reach out to those chapters, chapters like Boston, Massachusetts. So we want to reach out to them, make sure we bring them back to the union. We have another chapter in North Carolina that we need to bring back to the union. So we feel that when we all come back and work together, we will reach our goals. So another thing we want to do is our community has a lot of needs. There are too many needs in our community. So to be able to overcome or maybe meet those needs, we need to have a lot of committees. So we've established a lot of committees. I think up to 12 committees we've already established, and we're still asking people to join those committees to help out in those various committees. And people with specialties in healthcare, we got healthcare committee, people with specialty in outreaching, publicity. We're asking all of these folks, people with expertise in planning and projects, to join our project committees. So we have ways and means committees that does a lot of work with our programs, our conventions. We're making sure that not just establishing these committees, but making sure that all of the various chapters have representation on those various committees. So how are we going to be transparent? Some of the things that the reason why we talk about transparency is that was one of the reasons why people were refusing, when we took over the chapter in Minnesota, people were refusing to make donation to the organization. So to make sure that people are free to put their money into the organization, we have to let them know where their money is going, how much money is coming, and where their money is going, every step of the way. All right. So we're going to establish an internal review committee, and this internal review committee is going to be a committee that is not the administration, but this committee will review whatever the administration is doing. So they will come and review all our financial dealings. They will come and review all of our progress we're making, and then they can make recommendations to us as to where we need to make changes to make things better. So we're going to make sure we establish financial policies and procedures. So if there's a financial policies and procedure established, that we can hold a financial team accountable to follow all of these policies and procedures. And then we already talked about our quarterly report we're going to be making, and we're always going to be making sure we give annual reports. And we're going to document our progress and let you know the progress we're making in the organization periodically. So unity is one of the things that we're going to be really, really working on, because we feel that our community is not united as it's supposed to be. So we're going to be working with our chapter leaders to identify any dispute that is in any chapter. We make sure we resolve those disputes. And we've already established advisory committees, council of elders and clergy that are going to be helping us to take care of those disputes. And we're going to be staging leadership conferences. So we're thinking about having a leadership conference maybe in Liberia or in the U.S. where we're going to convene all of our leaders together and speak about leadership, speak about unity, and how we can bring our people together to be able to work together. So we're going to be having conversations, community conversations and town hall meetings in our various states. We're going to be having it in Liberia, bringing people together, talking to them about unity, hearing from them, and discussing how we all can work together to make NIMA great. And we're planning a counter tour in Liberia where we're going to be visiting all of our districts, be able to talk to our people firsthand, hear from them and learn from them and get suggestions from them as to how we all can work together to make things better, to bring development to Nimba County. And then we will continue to do our December to Remember. So our December to Remember was started during the previous administration. We want to continue that because we feel that that is the way we can come together to fellowship and to share ideas, and also to talk about development. And we're going to be, we're actually working on supporting education and improving human capital development in Nimba. So how we're going to do that? We already have our education committee established. Our education committee is working. Some of the things that we're trying to do is to solicit student and faculty exchange programs for our institutions in Nimba. And we already started out on behalf of the Nimba University. So for the Nimba University, we've been advocating, lobbying with schools. We got one potential one so far that we're almost at the point of signing an MOU. But we have to let them know where their students going to be when they go to Liberia. So that's one of the reasons why we want to go and have an assessment of Nimba University to see if there is a place where when students leave from here to go to Liberia, where they're going to be lodged and how they're going to be cared for and all this kind of stuff. But for our students coming from Nimba, coming to the U.S., that is already set because the school that we're working with right now, the school already have all these things in place, but we have to prove to them that we have these things in place in Nimba. So this is one of the reasons why we need to visit Nimba University to make sure they're ready and prepared to accept students from the States. So because it's going to be a student exchange program where our students from Liberia or a student from Nimba is going to be coming to the U.S. for study, we should be able to take their students too. So we have to convince them that there is a safe place or a dormitory that their students can be. So we're going to be lobbying for international scholarship in addition to those student exchange programs. So the student exchange program are short programs that would be for maybe a semester or two, and then the student has to go back. But the scholarship programs that we're going to be lobbying for are scholarships for maybe a whole, like a bachelor's program or a master's program or a PhD program. So we're going to be working to for these opportunities. We're going to be trying to solicit these opportunities. But we want to start out with the student exchange program and see how that goes. Then maybe those schools that we're working with for the student exchange program will even be able to offer scholarship to our students. We want to expand on our current scholarship program in Nimba. The UNICCO has a scholarship program. We want to make sure we include more students. We want to make sure we do the best we can to improve it, the process and everything. Another thing that we are planning to do is to have a women empowerment program. So we do have a women empowerment project. It's the Women Empowerment Center project, but we don't have a women empowerment program. So we feel that if we have a program, the program will attract donors, the program will attract partners to work with us to be able to achieve our goal of building the Women Empowerment Center. So for this, we're going to start a program that's going to be helping women, maybe home economic, teaching them how to navigate the computers, basic stuff, whatever is able to help our women succeed, we will be helping them. And the Women Empowerment group is going to assist us in that direction. So we're going to be establish something where our women, our girls will benefit from. Then we're going to be doing education fund drive. Someone had recommended we do, like $1 to educate program where people will be putting a little bit aside for education. So if you want to support education with maybe $1 per month or $1 per week or $1 per day, you can do that and we put that money aside for education. That way, money is always in the coffers to help our students achieve their educational dream. And then we'll be engaging in mentorship program and after school programs as well. So the Women Empowerment Project we have is a long-term project. And we know that we have a policy in UNICCO where when the previous administration starts a project, the next administration has to complete that project before they can undertake a project. So like a long-term project, a Women Empowerment Project. So our goal is to do the best we can to make sure we continue the Women Empowerment Project. It is a huge project. We know it, but it is doable. The thing is doable. There have been a lot of calls coming to our office. There have been a lot of concerns. Some folks feel that the project is so huge. Some folks feel that the project is not doable because we're not waiting to give to the project. But we think that if we recruit more people, bring a lot of people on board, membership recruitment, bring a lot of people into the union to give to the organization, we will be able to achieve our goal. So, but the first thing we're going to start, or the first thing we've already started with, is to review the project. The project is at foundation level, but we still need to make sure that the foundation is all taken care of, the foundation is solid, and the foundation is ready to get the second phase of the project. So once the foundation is, engineers look at the foundation and they say it's all good, we're ready to move on with the phase 2 of the project, then we'll start the phase 2 of the project. So what we've done with the project management team is that they put a bid out there so that the engineers that is going to be doing the phase 2 of the project make sure that the phase 1 of the project is completed. And if it is not completely done, if there's a recommendation, they can make the recommendation, and then we take care of the things that need to be taken care of first. Once it's taken care of, then we can start the phase 2 of the project. So the bidding process is going on right now. Actually, the bidding process is done. The review of the bid is the one that's going on right now, and we're going to be awarding the contract to the best bidder, and that's going to be taken care of by the project department and its review team. So once that is done, we'll start the phase 2 of the Women Empowerment Project. So some of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to, since we have this long-term project, it's going to take us a while to complete the Women Empowerment Project and start giving services in the building. We will have to identify some short-term projects that we need to do. So the short-term projects could be maybe rehabbing a school, maybe giving school supplies to a school, or building benches, or maybe identifying a community and building them a paraba hut. So, besides that, some of our short-term projects we already talked about would be trying to solicit help for our students, scholarships, and all those things. So the scholarship, the student exchange program, all these things require money, and these are short-term projects too that we've identified. And we're going to be soliciting school supplies and medical supplies for our hospitals. So in 2021, when I led the medical supply mission, medical and school supply mission to Nimba County on behalf of UNICCO Minnesota, we saw that our hospitals, our clinics all around the county had great needs for medical supplies. Even those schools need school supplies. They need a lot of help. So we will be looking into those areas to make sure that we can solicit supplies here. Most of the time, I'll say all of the time, we get these supplies, free of charge. The only thing it's going to cost us is, a little bit of money to get it to Liberia. And this is where we need to be working with our county administration. We need to be working with our lawmakers to assist us to get duty-free when we get those supplies to Liberia.
Okay, so Mr. President, we're going to hold you there a little bit because these activities you have outlined is very interesting to the people of Nimba. I believe students from the Nimba University, of course, will be nodding their heads at the moment. That could be as a very exciting news for all of them, though there are processes ongoing. But is it possible we allow that just in few minutes, because the radio we have 6 more minutes to go to 9. So is it possible we just take some calls, maybe for 5-10 minutes, then we continue on the television? What do you think, Mr. President?
It's fine with me.
Okay, good. So please, if you are on the radio, wherever you are on the television, these are numbers that you can call real quick to have a say, to ask the president, for example, and then you're going to be here live. So these are the numbers to call tonight. So if you are in the United States of America, you can call the WhatsApp number because you already seen the television stream. So if you are in Liberia, probably in Nimba, of course, yes, you are in CarPlay, you are in Gompa, you are in Senekole, you are in Saclapia, you are in Tapeta, you are in Zikepa, you can call 0775 0775 you can call 0776, you can call 0776 572019. So if you are in Nimba County and listening to the radio, the numbers to call are 0776 0776572019, 0776 0776 572019. If you are in the US, the WhatsApp number is there. It's +231 886 693625. Because we have 5 more minutes to go, and you might probably want to ask the president, you might probably want to comment him, you might probably want to say something, to recommend, and all of that, which is important to all of us. So you will need to call 0776 572019. If you are on the radio across Nimba County, the numbers to call is 0776 572019. If you are in the States, the numbers to call, we have the first caller, I guess. Let me take this caller. Good evening, caller. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Your name and where you calling us from?
I'm Amadou Iyong calling from Campus City, Nimba County.
30 seconds. Thank you for calling. 30 seconds, real quick.
Okay, my concern has been drawn to the issue of the transfer of students even from Nigeria to go to the United States for study. What happens to students who have graduated over the years from the Nimba Community College at the time up to now, which is Nimba University? Are they affordable to this opportunity?
Okay, the president is taking note. Your question is, what happened to the student exchange program, especially for those who have already graduated from the Nimba University, but then Nimba Community College? Thank you so much for calling, and you can also do the same. So the numbers to call real quick is 0776 572019. 0776 572019. You can call now, and then the president is taking note. Then he can just respond to that while the television is on. The radio will be there. So let's take this other call. Good evening, caller.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, your name and where you calling us from, please.
I'm Edmund, calling from the country, capital of the state.
Thank you so much for calling tonight. But just 30 seconds, real quick.
Yeah, my question to the president is this organization any quality extra to it? Because they are the one in major in Nigeria has calling the country. Quality. And the organization is any quality extra to it is for quick because of India.
Thank you so much. 30 seconds. So your concern is whether they are politically driven. So thank you. Just listen, keep listening to the radio. Good evening. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, no, so just keep listening to the radio. So just one more caller, and then the president will respond. I know all of you want to call tonight, but the president is taking note. 0776 572019. Let's take this last call. Hello, caller, and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Jose. I'm calling from Sussex Community.
Okay, Sussex Community is in Saclay.
Yes, I want to especially appreciate the president.
Okay.
Yes, so I want to ask him, the scope of Nimba University be the first priority, but my question to him is there are a lot of colleges have been established recent time with his program staying there in short period of time.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. So his concern is whether the student exchange program or the UNICCO scholarship will go to other universities. Sorry, we cannot take most of your call, Mr. President. Let's take this last caller. They just squeeze this person in. Let's squeeze this person in. We're not getting this person. We are very sorry. So, Mr. President, you can just, let please take this. No. So we cannot take any more calls. But Chris Lee is calling from the States. Let's take one last call. Good evening, Chris. Hello.
Good evening to
Yeah, you gotta be 30 seconds. 30 seconds, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to ask my boss what the president said is encourage the tenants, you must be in the doctor to join in with all the presidents so we can improve the vehicle. So we can take the vehicle back to the people. So all the presidents are going to take nowhere down and willing to go with the leaders at the appointment of president today to watch on support. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. So that was Chris Lee, and that is our last caller. We are very sorry to all of you. We will continue to do this with the president because I see that a lot of people want to really call. A lot of people want to interact with the president, but sadly we cannot do because of time. It's already 9 o'clock. So, Mr. President, can you take 2 minutes to just wrap up? Then the radio station can go off. Then we'll take 15 minutes with you. Then we'll call it a day.
Okay. So you want me to ask? You want me to?
Yes, we want you to
answer those questions, or you want me to continue?
No, we want you to address their concern. So the first caller said that he is.
So what happened to the students that have already graduated from the Nimba University?
Exactly.
So when we talk about the student exchange program, the student exchange program is between the university and the other university in the U.S. So UNICCO is just acting as a go-between, like a liaison between those universities. So it has to be a student that is attending the university, or if maybe the universities want to send their alumni, that's another issue. That's a whole different ball game. But it's something that is between the universities. So yeah, it will be mostly for students that are attending the university, but there is still opportunity for scholarship. That's the reason why we want to look for more scholarships. So if we can get some international scholarships, yeah, those have already graduated can benefit from those scholarships.
The next
So,
concern
so,
is
but if the folks that we're working with right now, have opportunity for scholarships, but we need to start with the student exchange program and see how the student exchange program goes. Then they will encourage the institutions to offer scholarships.
then the next
So,
question
so
is
yeah, and then the
are
other
you people
question
into
was
politics?
if we are politically driven.
Yeah.
I would say uh, no. We're not politically driven, but we can influence policies because we're all political beings. But the organization is apolitical. We're mostly for development.
Okay,
And
so
and
I think
and and the other one says, will the program be extended to other schools? Yes.
yes.
Yes, we know we have other universities. We have colleges, right? We have colleges, other colleges in Nimba that we're going to include. We have schools, like maybe another school in Ganter
Yeah.
that we will visit as well when we go to Liberia. So those universities or colleges in Nimba or even high schools in Nimba, uh, we will reach out to them as well. We're just starting out with the university, but that will be extended to other schools.
Okay, so now we'll give you a chance for you to conclude on your presentation. Then probably me and the project director can now ask you a couple of questions, just maybe one or two, and then we'll call it a day. But for the radio side of it, if you are okay on the radio in Nimba County, you can continue with us. If you have another program, you can also move on, but you have the opportunity to equally watch us live on Nimba D9 TV. So there's nothing missing. You can go ahead, Mr. President.
Yeah. So we one of the things we need to improve our income generation. So whatever thing we do, money is important. A lot of folks will talk about, why don't you guys write for grants? Getting grant money to use it in Africa is not that easy. There can be grants in the U.S., but most of those grants you have to tell the people what you are doing with the money, and most of the grants comes with they have a program that they want you to run that they're giving you the grant for. So the only thing you can do is maybe you get those programs and have people volunteer and then get some money from there to send it to projects in Africa. But with that said, there are, philanthropic organizations that will, like how to call it, private organization, private nonprofit that will give grants that you could use, abroad. But we're still working on, you know, making our website attractive, establishing programs that will attract people and, convince them to give us money. So we're still doing the prep work that we need to do to get us, like suitable for grants. So that's going to take time. But in the meantime, we want to count our, the power of our Nima people. So in Minnesota, when I served here as the president for, 4 years, within 4 years' time, we started out with, I would say, less than 30 members that were involved, though we have a lot of Nimbans in Minnesota. But we started out with 30 people that were involved. Within our 4 years, we had up to close to 260 people that were actually involved and paying dues. And we were able to raise over $150,000 within that period. So there is power, there's financial power in our community that we want to tap into. So if we can get more people on board and prioritize our dues payment will help us. If we have 1,000 person paying $100, you know, that's 100,000 right then. Now, yeah, that's 100,000 right there coming in a year. And then we can have programs. So we're going to be prioritizing those dues. We're going to be prioritizing fundraisers that goes on during our convention. We're going to establish, programs that will bring in money. We're going to solicit contributions from individual members. And so for the Women Empowerment Project, we have levels of contributions that people will make for us to honor them in the building. So one of them is the platinum honorees. So anybody that wants a room down there to be named in honor of them, we're expecting them to pay around $5,000 to have that room named in honor of them or their family. We have some rooms that will cost less than $5,000, and we have the parking lot. That we're going to divide the parking around the building to maybe 4 parkings and name that in honor of people, and that will cost around $2,000. And plus, people that are going to pay, they're going to donate $1,000 to the organization right now for this project. We're going to honor them. We call them the Go Honoree, and those Go Honorees, we will have a frame, a picture frame for them on the wall in the building, honoring them for their donations. And then the minimum donation that we want for honoring, it will be $500 plus. So between $500 and less than $1,000, that would be the silver honorees. And those silver honorees, we're going to engrave their names on the walls of the building. So if you give us $500 now for the project, your name will be written somewhere on the building as a supporter of the project. And then our, last thing that we're going to talk about is engaging our county, taking UNICCO to Nimba. I know we have a December to Remember that's already been going to Nimba, but we want to make sure we connect with all of our leaders in Nimba, our county leaders, our district leaders, our Nimba Legislative Caucus. We want to connect with other stakeholders like Isla, Meta, Cocopa, all those folks that our people work for. We want to connect with them and make sure we collaborate with them to bring development to Nimba and hold them accountable for the pollutions and stuff they're causing in our county and stuff like that. And we're gonna think about sport development. And as you guys may know, the past administration has been into sporting. In Nimba, has been supporting sports, and we're doing the same thing. So we send support for our soccer team and our keyboard team the other day. We want to continue to do that. We want to make sure we do a little more, bigger, like maybe trying to, advocate for those guys to join international teams and stuff like that, or maybe find scholarship for them somewhere where they can join a sporting team that will support them. So I think that's it. That's all we have.
So let me please hold you on there. There's this very important caller from the USA. Let's just interrupt you a little bit to talk to this person. Good evening, sir. Hello.
Hey, good evening.
Okay. So,
how are you?
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Nya Bulula. I'm calling from the state of Indiana.
Okay, Mr. Vlule, you are welcome. The president is here tonight, giving his overall objective to the people of Nimba far and near. We gave you 1 minute since indeed you are from the US.
Yes, thank you so much, and thanks to the honorable president, the honorable PDA in studio today. Mr. President, I say good evening to you and good afternoon to you. I want to say thank you so much, Mr. President, for everything you have to play for Nimba so far. But when you come and telling us everything you have in place, I know you are doing a lot, but just for the sake of the listeners, when you talking to us now, you should be talking about this is what we are doing versus what we could do. Some people they not take it way we open our ear because we seeing all the things you're doing, but people that are not seeing it yet, pointing at saying, okay, this is what we are doing versus what we will do. We will is like you are not starting on it yet because everything you said tonight, you are talking about we will versus what we are doing. So I just want to get that little advice, so just for the betterment of the listeners in Liberia, because we are here know everything that you are doing. Thank you so much for coming in studio to tell the people of Nimba what you are doing and what you want to do for the betterment of people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I believe you have Mr. Jan Blule.
Yeah, I heard part of it. He was breaking off. Yeah, so my understanding is we should be telling the people what we have done or what we're going to be doing. So I think the goal of this presentation is so that people understand what we intend to do for the community and what we have done so far, and for the community to have a picture about what we intend to do and how they can help us achieve the goal. So if you know what we're trying to do, it will be easier for you to join us, make it happen.
Exactly. So you can go ahead, Mr. President, and thank you to Mr. Blule, and your points were well taken. The president is on. But thanks to Radio Voice of Tapetan, we are still on Radio Voice of Tapetan live. Other radio station, you can alight us to see whether we are still live. But Mr. President, yeah, we are back to you.
Yeah, so far that's it for the presentation, and so we wanted today to take the opportunity to let the Nimba people know that as part of our promise to the community, we're going to develop, we're gonna construct a website, a professional website that will be the face of the organization. So the website is completed, it's up and running. We're still trying to tweak bits and pieces of it to make it attractive, but the website is up and running. And I was going to, maybe put it up.
Yes. So can you just call it? It's www.
www.unicconational.org.
Okay. UNICCO
national.org.
National.org. So it's www.unicco is UNICCO.
Yeah, you can just say NAT, just say NATL.
NATL.org.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, so
NATL.org. But if you spell the national out, you still get it.
Okay. So let me just ping it here real quick. So whether this is it. So is this the UNICCO website? Your Honor, can you see it clearly?
Well, I have to drop something here.
Yes, it's just on the screen. It's www.unicconational.org. But let me again try here to just open a place. So www.unicco national.org. So let's see what's going to happen here if we can get it from this side. But wheresoever you are, yes, it's opening here. So let's see if we can do something like this tonight too, and see whether we can do this and see whether we can do this. Yeah. Yes. So. We can't get it out from this side, but okay. So I think we can get it from here. So this is it.
Now I'm trying to bring my screen up.
Oh no, but you are here, so do not worry. Except you can see us. Can you
I
see
don't see
us?
you guys. I
Oh,
think
but we are still seeing you. We
podcast.
yeah, we are still seeing you. So this is the UNICCO national website is up here. You can see here we have the home, we have the news and
Uh,
events, we have about, we have
I don't
chapter
know.
directory, we have photo
The
gallery,
screen that
we
he's
have
using is
join
not
us, we
good.
have donate. So those are things here. So we want to say congratulations to all of you. But let's take a bit of music. This is the UNICCO Women Empowerment Center. This is how it's going to look like. Uh, the
Okay.
project director, can you see
I
us?
think this is, yeah, thank you.
Mr. George Flomo, can you see
Yes, I
us?
see you very clear.
Okay,
Okay,
now I
so
think now I think I'm on. So
yes, so this is
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
can,
yeah,
if you, so are you on a website?
yeah. This is the website.
Okay, all right. So on the top of it, there you say UNICCO National. Okay, this is the home page.
Yeah.
So on the home page, things will be changing. Those pictures you see there, they change it all of the time, based on what is going on. So this is one of our inauguration pictures is on here. So you can be able to learn a little bit about UNICCO. So just keep going down. Can you keep scrolling down?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, then you
Then we
come
come
to
to
the
the end.
Women Empowerment Center there. So if you click on the Women Empowerment building,
Mhm.
it's going to give you a lot more information. So just click on the building.
Yeah, I'll just click on it.
Okay, so if you click on the building, and it gives you a lot more information about,
Oh wow.
the
This is
Women
really,
Empowerment
really,
project
really
and stuff
wow.
like that.
Wow.
So then you can,
Wow.
so it's just a little history about how the war, damaged a lot of things in Liberia, Nima County as well. So it's going to tell you a little bit about the project and the cost and all that stuff. Okay, then you go to news and events.
Okay, so let
Just
me go
click
to
on
news
news
and
and
event.
events at the top.
Wow. So just in
So
case
so
you are
news
here,
and
this is
events,
mhm.
news and events will tell you what's going on in the organization. I just post some of those pictures that we 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 had when we went to Liberia with the medical mission in 2021. Then when you go down, you're going to see some of our meetings, that we had. So that is all about medical supplies to Liberia or to Nima County. And you keep going. They're not in order. We'll have them put it in order. So this was a picnic in Minnesota. This was when we were last in Nima University, Nima Community College. When it was still called Nima Community College, we visited there. Keep going down. So this was our meeting with that's Mr. Krua there from the college, one of the VPs. I
Yeah,
think
the
for
Nimba University.
technical advancement, institutional advancement, the vice president for institutional advancement, and myself met with one of the universities that we're trying to get an MOUs with. So this is another university we visited, and that was the dean of nursing. And then this is the North Dakota crew visited the University of North Dakota as well. So we're going to be reaching out to them. And that's the Nimba University president was here for that visitation as well. So keep going down. So this is Mr. Cry and myself. We were at Belton University, and the other one on top was at Hamlin University. So keep going. Okay, we can go up. So about us. So about us, if about us has a drop down menu. About
Yeah.
us, there has a
Yes.
drop down menu.
So which one
So
you
we
want us
have
to
the
select?
history, a little bit history about UNICCO, and we have the mission. Okay, so history about UNICCO, you can go down, you will see more. Okay, so that's the past presidents to present. The names are on there and the year. And then when you go to that same drop down, about us drop down, if you go up and go click on the about us or about, so we have the policy and statement. So we give credit to our past one of our past board chair, Honorable Ella Heta say gave us, all of that information regarding the mission and vision of the organization. And we just type it in there.
Okay.
And we give
Wow.
him credit at
So
the bottom. So
yeah. So
everything you
let's.
need to know about UNICCO, the philosophy of the national UNICCO, everything is on there. So
So fellow citizens, want to say it has been a wonderful time having the president here with us tonight, and indeed, it has truly been a wonderful time with all of you. So we got to now take a little bit of music, and then we will now allow the project director to maybe say one or two, but it's going to be important, Mr. President, as you are on this platform tonight, probably to be checking to tell us some of the heads of these committees that you are set up, because the people of Nimba will now know exactly who to direct their issues to. So, but I take this music real quick, and then we come to you for that.
Are you lady record sweet song? Boom, boom, yeah. Oh, it's yeah, boom, boom, yeah. Oh, it's what do they mean to see what me I pay? I took a grab from my grandmother. I yell and to see what over. I'm not coming to our own, but I'm Mario. Oh, it's when I pray, when I put my soul in you. I don't know if it's the damn in a way. I know to my good single voice. There is a whole one go your way to see Mario. You know, point me in no man. I know. Oh, you point on the single point you will know it. About it in a good no man. I quit. Single. Oh, you can point on single voice. Single go. Oh, swat away. Single voice. When I put the last one when you, I don't know what you did there. Tomatoes, I don't know. Drop on I see that the one I'm going to sit around you. My one dance is on you. Oh, they don't want to know, they don't see back in the way. There are my connects with us. If your mind is there, my guys are my ways of being there. The one I'm going to sit around you. Come on, tomatoes, I don't know. Single voice. Single tomatoes, I don't know.
Okay, so we're going to take this one down because we're going to do this real quick that the president and all of you can now. This is interesting. All of you are interested in the website. It's pinned already. As you can see, it's www.unicco. UNICCO is UNICCO. NATRONAL, all one word.org. It's just pinned right here on the television. Thanks to all of you who continue to share. But Mr. President, it is important now that you have spoken, now that the game has started to play, now that people will now start to knock at the doors of maybe the education committee chair, maybe the country representative, maybe the Greece and publicity team, maybe the project director who is the brain, who is the engine of it all. Who are these people? Wouldn't you mind to name them by committing just a chair? If you wouldn't mind, the people are listening to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a very long list. I don't have one here, but I will tell you the one that I know on the top of my head. So our number one man there, Honorable George Flomo. So he is our project director. I think you guys know George Flomo. He's been to Liberia. He's been working so hard to assess the project and to set the pace forward. And I want to say thank you so much, Mr. Fomo, for the job well done. And then we have Ambassador Edmund Gbarwee. And Gbarwee, our host tonight, he is the country representative for UNICCO in Liberia. So he's been doing excellent work since we started, and we really, really love the job he does and the honesty he applies to everything, the seriousness, the punctuality he applies to everything. We want to say thank you so much, Ambassador Gbarwee, for the job well done so far. We have a lot to do, and with your help, we will accomplish a lot in Nimba County. Now we have our Ways and Means Committee chairperson, Dr. Somo Basser. Dr. Basser lives in Atlanta, Georgia. She's the one that is heading our committee, our Ways and Means Committee. And then let me look at the committees, and I can be able to remember some of them. We have these are so little here. So we have the healthcare committee. The healthcare committee is headed by Queen Boy Hill, and is co-chaired by President Yad Bombly Tonga. So Queen Boy Hill from Minnesota, and President Yad Bombly Tonga from Ohio ex-president. So those folks are going to be taking care of our health committees. And we have education committee is headed by Mr. Arthur Bia. Mr. Arthur Bia is going to head the education committee, and his co-chair is Mr. Alpha Tonga. So Alpha Tonga is the co-chair for the education committee. And then we have the elections committee is Mr. Jacob Diamond. Jacob Diamond is in Texas. He was in Georgia. He just moved to Texas. He's the one that's going to be heading our elections committee. And we're still working on establishing the Women Empowerment Committee. We're still working on establishing a committee that will review our constitution. We have members of those committees, but we're still working to get the chairperson. And then we have an outreach committee chair. Our outreach committee chair is Mr. Fumba Toure. Mr. Fumba Toure is in Ohio. He's going to be leading our outreach committee. And then we have a membership committee. Membership committee is headed by Mr. Emmanuel Monuo. Mr. Monuo is going to be helping us to get more members to the union. And then and we have we're still recruiting for the publicity committee. We have Mr. Chris Silly is on that committee, and we have Mr. Morris Doki is on that committee. We're still looking for more people to get on the committee and work with them.
Okay, so Mr. President, let us hold you. Let us hold you on there a little bit. So we want to say thanks to all of you who have joined us since 8 p.m. Liberia time today. Let's say some of your comments real quick. John Yomi Jr. said, best wishes team. We are better together, family. We have Morris Baker Kolo says you can pin the website, and we already did. We want to say thank you. So the program is stay on Radio Voice of Tapeta and Radio Voice of Yahweh Mesnon and Radio Secretary and Radio Kekima and Radio Kan Voice of Peace and Radio Nimba. So let's do this real quick, Mr. President. Of recent, there were some last year there was some deaths that occurred in Gbarwee. the Kingdom Capsat and all of that. And UNICCO has been able to get the data and all of that and working to make sure. Can you say a little, because the people of Gbarwee, I'm receiving reports, they're listening to us by way of Radio Secretary and Radio KK. Will you just throw some lights on where are
Yeah,
we?
so
Just a little bit.
on behalf of my administration, the board of directors, our editors, I want to invite our members at large. I want to extend our sympathy to the Zambwe people, for that loss, irreplaceable loss. That was a great tragedy. It hits all of us, and we are so much in sympathy with them. Matter of fact, the organization decided to raise some money for the family, and the funds are already in Liberia. We're just trying to figure ways, that the funds can get to the family. So I want you guys to know that you are in our thoughts and prayers, and we're going to work with you the best way we can, give you the support that you need so that we make sure that such an incident does not occur again in your area.
Wow, that is a
So,
president. So just in case you're listening, President Sam Gee is the president of United Nimba Citizens Council. He was elected in Ohio, taking over respectfully, humbly, from President Dan Kopoya Dennis. So he is here with his team of officers. He just named some of the team, and we are very grateful to you, Mr. President, including the National Board Chair, for allowing us to learn from you all. So, but as you were talking about health, then this came to my mind. Mr. President, do you see that picture? Can you describe what is on the screen, for instance?
yeah, the fire.
That is
Was that a fire tragedy in Monrovia?
No, this is just 3 days ago in Seclepier, where the resident doctors of Seclepier home got burned. They got it by fire and burned, and they lost everything. Two of the medical doctors.
Was that a clinic?
No, that is the hospital. This is a resident for the doctors at Seclepier Comprehensive Hospital. It was not at the hospital compound. They were renting in another community, and then the house got up by fire early in the morning. Our reporters broke the news. As it stands, they are homeless in Seclepier. Two doctors, they are homeless, including some medical practitioners. They lost everything. They lost their computers. They lost their money. They lost their cell phones. They lost their clothes. So, as we were talking about health, this came to our attention. Probably.
Wow, that is so sad. Did we lose life?
No, nobody died in this process.
Thank God. Thank God no life was lost. It's a sad story.
Yes, so probably that would be one of the places that when you come to Liberia, the county inspector of Nimba is Mike Gbarwee. He is a chief mobilizer in Liberia for UNICCO, Liberia office. So, but the elections are coming up. Before the project director can come in, Liberia is at a stage where, for the first time, Liberians will be taking care of their own elections after several years. But this is something that caught our attention. Wait to watch this video from Secretary, and then you will make a comment from it.
Well, folks, we want to say welcome. This is a criminal who brought counterfeit in Secretary Citizen Nimba County, and of course, the security apparatus just cutting, and people are throwing stools. We want to say welcome to all of you who are joining us on the Facebook page. This is Nimba D19.
Okay, so that is our reporter Lawrence God. Want to say thanks to him. He was able to just capture that. That was a scene where allegedly somebody carried counterfeit money in Secretary. Of course, the police arrested him, but you saw how young people were throwing stones even in the police station. As we move on to the elections, you as president or United Nimba Citizens Council, Mr. President, what is your peace message to the young people that listening to you?
Yeah, it is. It was a sad day for Nimba County. It was a sad day for Secretary, and we regret that situation. I want to encourage my young people to stay on the good side of the law. That shouldn't have happened because we have securities, we have law enforcement officers that were in charge of the situation already. So there was no reason for people to be throwing stones, for people to be, putting others in harm's way. That was not necessary, and that should not be repeated. Nimbayans are great people. Nimbayans are hospitable. We're not at war, we're at peace. Liberia is a peaceful country, and we need to let law enforcement officers do their job. We need to let the law take its course, even if someone commits a crime. So I want to encourage my young folks to stay on the good side of the law. No violence as we proceed towards the election. We want it to be a very peaceful election. We want you to vote for the candidate of your choice, but make sure you vote for someone that will, be there for you. Someone that will look out for your community. Someone that will look out for your county. Someone that will look out for your district. Do not put people in offices because they, just your friend, or because they gave you money. You should be putting people in offices that will work in your interest, that will work in the community interest, that will work in the interest of the county, and someone that will work in the interest of our country. Putting someone into position because they're your friend, putting someone into position because the person bribed you will not help our country. It will not help our county. But my final word to young folks is, please do the best you can to stay on the good side of the law.
Thank you, Mr. President. So let me go to the PD. Probably he has some quick concern or some quick question or some quick, injection into this. Then we'll come back to you. Then you wrap up.
Thank you, Edmund. Thank you, Mr. President, for an excellent presentation to the people of Nimba. My Nimbadians, you are hearing from the president. You have heard that scholarship is on the agenda. Interactive program is on the agenda. The WIC project introduced on the Don Dennis administration is on the agenda. Most importantly, unity among Nimbadians, both in the diaspora and in Nimba County, is on the agenda. So we are not leaving anything back. We will work with all Nimbadians. No matter how much we disagree, we will always come to that table to agree based on principles and based on policies. Thank you, Mr. President, and I look forward to working with your administration. Thank you, Edmund, for bringing us live, and we will continue to work with you.
Thank you so much. So let's go to the president, and then probably wanted to have said something, and we did not touch it.
I think I completed it. Thank you so much for having us. We will continue to have these sections so that people can have the opportunity to ask questions, so that our people can have the opportunity to share their ideas with us. We just started. It's been like maybe 4 months. We've been trying to, get our bearings, and we're looking forward to the support of all Nimbayans so that we can make sure we do the best we can to bring the difference, to bring the development that our people deserve. So I want to close by saying we want all hands on deck. We're calling on all of our past administrations, all of our past leaders, our elders, our kids, friends. It's time for us to come together and work to make Nimba great. So we're looking forward to those phone calls. We're looking forward to those ideas. We're looking forward to the collaboration. We're looking forward to everything that we can do to hold our community together. And thank you again, our country rep, for all the great job you do in Liberia. And we hope to see you soon.
So let me say thank you to all of you who have come on. You might be in Sekimpa, you might be at the top of Mount Nimba. Today was a very special edition of From the Top of the Mountain. We play host to His Excellency. We say that because we are in Nimba. This is in Nimba where whenever they go to the county meet, all 14 counties goes against them. So we are, of course, another Asia in Liberia, but we want to say thanks to all of you, the project director, James O'Harris, James Matali, and the rest of the folks out there in Campley, Gbarwee, and the rest of the place there in Gbarwee. We want to say thank you so much for listening to Radio Canvas of Peace and Nimba Night TV, to Melvin Elsua and his team there in Seneca, Nimba County, where George Flomo hails from, to the Catholic Church there. We want to say your son is here tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening and watching us by way of the television. The people of Gumpa City, Nimba County, we want to say you heard it from the president. He's talking about no mob violence. Stop the killing. Report the situation to the police. Stop, because Nimba and Liberia is all that we have. We say thanks to Honest Johnson and his team at Radio Kikima. Thanks to Uriah God Jr. and his team at Radio Secretary. Thanks to Mr. Jacob Bantu and his team at Radio Voice of Tapetan, Pastor Jimmy Kuya, Pastor Kedo Douanye, and the rest of the folks. Beautiful City, where President Dan Dennis hails from. I want to say thank you. Today is the birthday of James Harris' mother, and they are celebrating that in Secretary. I want to say happy birthday to you, mommy, and all of you who are celebrating your birthday on here today. Before the president go, this is the music that we have for you in celebrating your birthday.
Shano yawo Nimba Pia anyina bo nyiremo. Let's go, everybody so quick, let's go. Let's go, look at Kenga, let's go. Oh, me. Let's go, my lord, mama, will say yo, le. Pageba me that no, Pageba me the one clow, Pageba me the yore, Kada Kudebe, Mebana Pampi. Yakenewe, Bakbeko Keko Kenewe, Eyabare so quick as Belia Kenepona, Yela Yakemba, Balea so quick as Mineka Kenewe, Papa Kokeko Kenewe, Ayabare so quick as Zayo, Wakumpilepele, Serapena como Pesa Canada, Nakakaleke, Miaka Kakale. The way you looking, Jelly Butter cooking, no monkey can take you from me. Let me be your king, so you can be my queen. I'm not joking. Assemble, Luna Pele, Adam, I would have been so. Masami level and wake care, they're going to my country. This year, Bobo in your care, you mess around. Jeans were great. Yeah. Let me now. Come in now. Mega Lisiboga Ponazia, Mega Gosiboga Ponazia. Kakwe Yaga Kenu. Hey, I'm so quick as so. So quick as so. Let's go. Look at Kenga, let's go. Let's go. My lord, mama, way. On the way. Kakum baby, bene bene. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Do the pele padama with the piso piso. Piso. No way malembe oh, no way madamo. Go see later me oh. Lesi konani o, gosile lani o, ayo ayo le. Se malemo, ya malemo, lesi konani o, ayo ayo le, ayo ayo le, ayo ayo le. Naka kongo lesre badon. Naka poko le bibado, naka le mi yenseto. Zayo, 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 zayo.
Okay. So that was the song for your president, the president who soft speaking, kind-hearted, wonderful man, bringing unity to the people of Nimba. This is Nimba D9 TV. Trust me, nobody can beat us, man. We are D9 TV. So if you need us, we are always there for you, Mr. President. We want to say have a very good night. Thank you, and may God bless you and your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Thank you for all the great job you do in Liberia.
Thank you so much, and bye-bye from our end. Yeah, so want to say thanks to all of you who joined us here tonight, all of our radio stations across Nimba. It was a wonderful time. To all of you who wanted to call and did not call, it was not because we ignore you. We are very sorry. We apologize, but it's because of time, But again, we will continue to do this and do this more as we can. My name is Edmund Gbarwee. I am your lead presenter here tonight for this special edition of From the Top of my Nimba. Tina Rose, thank you for watching us from Georgia, USA. David Wild Miller, he said great. Dayton Ball, he said thanks to the president. Mr. Bantu, thank you. And just all of you who watch by just way of chipping in somehow, we want to say thank you. It was a wonderful time. Thanks to our management and staff of Nimba D9 TV, our board of trustees chair, who is in country, Mr. Paul Gila. I want to say thank you. Morris Bako said thanks for the interview and presentation. Great job. I want to say thank you. Thank you so very, very much. May God bless you, and let's continue to work together. Good night. Continue to follow Nimba D9 TV. Just log it in. Just hit the notification button. Whenever we come on, you're going to get us. On behalf of our regional coordinator, Mr. Melish Boy Encyclopedia, Lawrence Tuoplay, our sports commentator, Uriah Gore, Patrick Wheeler, Jis Matari, and all of our team members, far and near, we want to say thank you. Our ladies, Gifty, Debbie, Bachelor, and just all of our broadcasters, our presenters, our producers. Look, names are uncountable on this platform. We want to say thank you. Happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating. Happy anniversary. Our deepest condolences to those of you who have lost somebody. Those who are now working at the hospital. We are praying that the good old Lord will give you strength. Lord will say thank you. Happy weekend, and may God bless you. Watch us. My name is Edmund. Bye-bye.